the Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast, Game Week 29 preview. Hope you've all had a good game week. We've had another boring game week, would we say? Improvement on last week?
Right.
Arsenal still ruining football. Tony, how's your week been?
Not great, mate. Not great.
You all good over there, Ben?
Not too bad.
And we've got Conchk joining us.
I've done better than most.
Only just on the deadline stream.
Hang on, I'm on them all now. Can't get rid of me.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We'll say hello to a few in the chat and then we'll get straight into our points, how we've been getting on so far this game week. We're recording on Monday evening. So we still do have the European second legs still to play. Hello to Ian. Hello to Dave in the chat. Miss Noopy. We're taking guesses on what time we're going to kick off.
That's the game.
I think Dave won. Mr. Sandywell, welcome. Icaz is in there. DT Philip. Conchk, you're in the chat as well. Robert. DG Bournemouth. Joe. And Steve. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Drop a like. This is live with our Patreon members and YouTube channel members. But if you're watching this a little bit later on, you can hit the join button and get this early access joining us on the live streams. We're going to kick off with you, Tony. Another, was it a booster week? No, last week was a booster week.
Yeah, it's not been great, has it? But I mean, it's an improvement on last week so far. 52 so far. Raya, Gabriel, clean sheet for Arsenal, which they had fancied the two games that they had for cleans. Unfortunate Timber gets injured. But that, I mean, a lot of people have Timber, but that's my luck. The triple gets a clean sheet, but Timber don't get that. 8 Nori, 6 points. I think they were just off PPMs, really. Went heavy City in the hope that they bounce back, and yeah, just anything I touch at minute. So I think to make football a bit more interesting, I'm going to go all Arsenal. Next few weeks, but no, I brought in Doku. I already had Semenyo and Cherky. Doku put best player up pitch for City against Real Madrid. Benched, Cherky benched. Yeah, pet roulette and all that stuff. I knew what I gave myself in for, but I just thought I'd go a little bit different. Brought in Palmer as well. He got 7
Not bad,
points.
is it? 7.
No, a decent score really from him. Could have been better. A couple of efforts. He's looking a little bit sharper. Still not where he was. Definitely still not where he was. Soboslai just does the business, doesn't he? He's probably decently capped this week, I would guess. Be quite a few with him on.
I think he was third, wasn't he, on our deadline stream? I don't know where it finished overall, Conchk, but was he third behind Salah and Ekitike? Or Ekitike first, Salah second?
Yeah, Ekitike, Salah, then Haaland.
And then Captain Ekitike, just my luck, he's the one that gets benched. Don't know. It's just having a really, really rotten 2 or 3 weeks of luck, and it's come right where my boosters have been as well. So it's been a bit harsh, but it is what it is. You have bad weeks, you have good weeks, don't you? Hopefully, this turns into a good week. I can't see it, but you know, Liverpool need to win against Galatasaray. Yeah, 52 so far. I don't think there's much saving my season now. I've used my boosters. My only option is to go different and try and climb up, but I'm dismantling my template team.
Ditching the template Tony nickname once and for all, yeah?
Yeah, it's gone. I'll learn from this next season.
You've been done by Pep Roulette and the slot machine there.
Yeah.
TK. Let's go on to Ben. 47 points. You're on mute.
I've got a bad chest to keep coughing. Yeah, 47 points. Awful. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I just read one of the comments, but I don't want to put it on the
It's Dave. What Dave said. That's brilliant. That's just made me trip.
Oh, reading it and then talking it like it got me.
Crappy Dave.
Go on. 47.
Yeah, 47. I only used one transfer this week. I've got 5 rolled over. I probably should have rolled the other one over. I got rid of Gordon. 13 points. Scammy. Little bugger. Eddie Howe benched him twice last week. Yeah, and to be fair, it was a lucky goal, wasn't it?
No, I should have had a pen as well, I think.
Tapping but looking at the stats, he had 3 shots on target and 3 tackles, 13 points for him.
I wondered what had happened then.
Oh, gorging.
Is that actually footage from yours? I would say, like, to all the audio listeners, I'd give you a description, but you know what? Just go to YouTube. Just go and just gotta watch that. Sorry,
Ben. I just thought it was a nice time because I know me and you took him out and he's trolled me again. So
yeah, I got rid of him, and I think I text Scott. I said, this is probably not the week to take him out because I reckon they'll be playing against stronger teams. They'll be playing higher line, so be able to get him behind, especially playing a striker. And Barcelona midweek's going to be probably even better for him. So yeah, I gambled on brought Wirtz in for the Tottenham game, and he got taken off after 60 minutes.
I told you he was a fraud as well, didn't I?
Yeah. Everton, Ekitike and Salah as well on the bench. So Bosley at least did something for me. I mean, it was a lucky goal. The keeper should have saved it, really.
Yeah.
10 points for Bosley.
What a shocker from Slot, that was. Absolute shocker. We're all enjoying the downfall of Spurs, and then he goes and has to ruin it, doesn't he? By rotating.
Yeah. He's rigged it to keep Spurs in the league.
We've been saying corruption every pod, but that is corruption.
He wasn't even in the dugout, was he, Slot, at the weekend?
Was he not?
What's his name? The manager from Tottenham. He went and tried to shake someone's hand, and it wasn't.
Yeah. With the other part of right, said Fred.
It's the Brad Friedel lookalike, but it's actually that's Levy's brother-in-law. Did you know?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure that's right. Daniel Levy's brother-in-law just basically got front row seat in the stadium.
He was in the dugout, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's always in. He's the player coordinator or player liaison.
Oh.
He's got a made up job basically, so that he gets a good seat.
Yeah,
keeps the missus happy.
Yes, clean sheet from the Arsenal defenders. Raya, Gabriel, Timber went off early with an injury, so 2 points for him. But yeah, Hull got 7 points. It's a nice one. Sarr 2 points, Semenyo 2. And Haaland 3.
5 transfers.
5 transfers left, and I don't. Obviously, Sar's going to be out blanking this week. Timber's possibly an injury, but yeah, probably happy with the rest of the team.
We'll have a chat about strategy a bit later, but yeah, a few of us rolled transfers this week. We'll have a chat at the end about maybe how we can benefit from them or what the plan is for them. But one of the benefits might be where there's blanks and injuries this week. Maybe we can fix those and do other moves, whereas other people might just be trying to react to Timber injury news, who will have replacement options for, and taking guys from Palace out. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Conchk.
Pretty template, isn't it? Good point so far. Got the Arsenal clean sheet. Timber's let me down like a good 90% of the top 1K. Aït-Nouri got hooked early, but still managed 6 points. I thought he was easily going to get them that 5 bonus, but he got hooked, so he didn't get it. But I'll still take 6 points when they conceded. I kept Gordon. It was a skill issue if you got rid. Yeah, I just kept him because I thought that there's no better option to go to from him. I was thinking of Palmer, couldn't afford Palmer, so that might have forced my hand a little bit. So I just decided to roll to 5 transfers. Got the lucky Zoboslai free kick.
That was another middle bins, wasn't it? That one.
Yeah, Mr. Consistent. Semenyo 2 points, Saka 3. I didn't watch the Arsenal game, so I don't know how well Saka played. I was watching 2 in game. Haaland, Salah, Ekitike. I got stung as well with Liverpool captain. But I'm confident that Ekitike starts midweek. I'm expecting a hat-trick.
No, he'll be resting players again. The international break. Nightmare. I upped you by 2 points. 60 points for me.
Dirty Kanvo.
Pretty much the same team. Raya, Timber, Gabriel at the back. But another clean sheet from my boy JD Canvo. That's
disgusting.
2 in a row. Mr. 2 million. It's going to be sad selling him for his blank next week. May even have to hold him, I think. Yeah. Hopefully there's another clean sheet coming in midweek for him as well. And did you see his celebration as well?
I was celebrating the red card, weren't it?
Celebrating someone getting sent off. You know, people got to lighten up a little bit. Do you know when people posting it on X going, oh, you don't want to see that, do you? It's not what you want to see. Yeah.
I mean, his team just took a massive step towards possibly winning the game. It's yeah. I mean, I didn't see the tackle. I didn't see the 2 yellow cards. I mean, if one of them's quite harsh and it's a little bit,
not a dangerous tackle or anything bad. No, it's just a little cynical one.
I mean, it's whatever. Sorry, you've made the challenges. Why can't he celebrate? It's up to him what he wants to do. People might see it both ways and see it as tasteless.
We've all become too boring. We want everyone to have a bit of character now.
I think it's funny.
And I think it's pretty much the template again. So we'll have to talk about breaking this template. But Semenyo 2, Saka 3, kept hold of Gordon for 13, Szoboszlai 10, and then Haaland, Ekitike, Salah up front. Salah was the captain. 2 points. Rotated out again. But yeah, rolled both transfers this week. So 4 to play with this week. But I've obviously got a Timber injury and a Canvo blank next week. Right. Let us know in the comments how you guys have got on. But yeah, still midweek games to play. Shout out to our meetup in June. 13th of June, we'll be going to Liverpool for our annual meetup. You've already seen Tony's been getting a bit of practice on the darts board. if
Yeah.
if you're watching on YouTube.
I'm going to take a picture of Gordon with me.
Yeah, anyone that comes, bring your dream team troll of the season. Get it up on the dartboards, and we'll have a few throws. I might be wearing a Canvo Crystal Palace shirt if he keeps a clean sheet this week, and I'm sure Jim, the Palace fan, will be pleased with that one. We're going to go watch him do a bit of comedy as well in that evening and see where the night takes us. So if you're interested, drop a comment below or reach out to us on X and we'll give you the details. 13th of June in Liverpool. World Cup's on as well. Ben, you want to take us through the fixtures? We've got a lot going on.
Yeah, so next week's the GW29 single game week. International break is straight after that. And we have the Carabao Cup final between Arsenal and Man City. So there's been a couple of games rearranged. Obviously, Arsenal's already played Wolves previously in the few weeks back. And Man City Palace is being moved potentially to game week 35, which isn't confirmed yet. Like we've just been talking about, Crystal Palace have got a blank, and if they don't go through in Europe, they'll have another blank next week. So depending how they get on midweek against Larnaca.
There's a really small chance that I heard, and apparently it's like less than 5%, that if Palace go out in Europe and Man City go out in Europe, they might put that game in 30.
Yeah,
I think it is in the midweek.
In the midweek, yeah.
But I think it's unlikely.
Yeah. And we got Wolves who blanking as well, and they blank again next week. So I doubt anyone's got any Wolves, but yeah, you want to be getting rid of them. Yeah, so Liverpool have Brighton away. Man City and Arsenal play in the Carabao Cup final. Newcastle versus Sunderland. You looking forward to that one, Conchk?
I'm not looking forward to it because if we lose, we've done double.
Yeah. Well, at least you've got no Sunderland fans where you live.
Oh no.
I think you're meeting at different moments now. I think it's just Newcastle win that.
I think we win it.
I think there's been a bit of a
Wolves
switch
will
around from where you were and where they were.
You boys bringing Gordon back for that one?
He's currently
On a
number one
round.
transfer again.
He's on the
Okey
Ollie
dokey.
Watkins ban list.
Hey, if I do buy him back, I'll be making 0.3 out of it. Because sorry, 0.6 in it really, because I sold him on a 0.3 and he'd be coming back in on a 0.3. So 0.6.
Wheeler dealer.
Yeah. Harry Redknapp, my name is. Yeah, Chelsea away at Everton, Tottenham at home to Forest, Villa have West Ham, Forest away Tottenham, Man United potentially could have a look at them. Bruno Fernandes is on fire again, away at Bournemouth. West Ham, they've got Villa away, but next week they've got an FA Cup game against Leeds at home. So you could bring someone in from them.
I don't mind Bowen.
So you don't mind that?
I don't mind Bowen for West Ham.
Yeah.
They're doing all right, West Ham. They've turned the corner, haven't they, and picking up points. Big Irons fan up there. Yeah. It's
It
but
was at the
you know
weekend.
they've got to go strong. So it's I don't mind that. And I think they'll go strong for cup game as well.
Yeah.
Momentum.
Yeah. Fulham host Burnley, which is a nice fixture, I think, Fulham.
Yeah.
Brentford travel to Leeds. And we said Everton are playing Chelsea at home. Bournemouth have got Man U at home. Leeds like we just on about the West Ham game in game week 30. So they play Brentford first and then West Ham away. Could go for a cheeky DCL or something like that if you fancy it.
Did you see his penalty?
No, I didn't see it.
I went tits up after that, didn't it?
Yeah. Obviously Burnley away at Fulham and Sunderland away at Newcastle. It could be a lot of blanking next week, game week 30 after the international break. If obviously the way it's looking in Europe, there's going to be quite a few teams potentially going out. So, yeah, in game week 30 we got Liverpool, Man City in the FA Cup quarterfinals. If Liverpool go through, they'll be playing PSG or Chelsea. Man City would be playing Atalanta or Bayern Munich. Arsenal's got Southampton away, and if they go through, they'll be playing Bodo Glimt or Sporting Lisbon. Bodo are 3-0 up from the first leg. Newcastle are out the FA Cup, so they're relying on getting through against Barcelona. They'll be playing Atletico Madrid or Tottenham.
Light work.
I reckon that'll be Atletico.
Yeah, it looks like it. 5-2 up. But if they lose against Barcelona, then they'll be blanking in 30. Chelsea have Port Vale at home. And if they go through, they'll have Galatasaray or Liverpool. They're 5-2 down as well, aren't they, Chelsea?
Yeah, big ask that.
So, yeah, Tottenham looking like they're going to be blanking in 30. They've got no FA Cup and 5-2 down. Aston Villa, they're no FA Cup, but they've 1-0 up from the first leg against Lille. They've got Bologna or Roma in the next round. Forest, been done again by Midtjylland at home. That's twice this season that beat them. If they do get through, they won't have any FA Cup, but they'll have Stuttgart or Porto. And Palace are out the FA Cup. If they go through, they'll have Fiorentina or Rakov.
So, quick turnaround this week because we're going to have we're going to be finding out on sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Who goes through, and then it's another Friday deadline, boys. It's another Friday deadline, so
it is.
It's 30.
Not going to be long to think about these after we know the European results, but after this week, it's an international break, isn't it? After game week 29, so have a bit more planning. That game week 31, this is on your ticker as well, but we've got a question from Andy, but I'll read the question out first. But he's put for us here to do the sort of longer term planning. Andy put down here, what potential problems can you envisage for Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal if they were to be knocked out of Europe this week? Could there be potential blanks or doubles in the near future due to other fixtures being moved into the midweeks that are freed up? And then also, would we find ourselves being too heavily committed to one of these teams if we had, for example, 4 players from one team? You thought much about that potentially? The main one that looks like it's going to be the potential fixture changes will be the FA Cup. So once we know who goes through in game week 30, there's a clash in game week 33 of FA Cup semi-finalists clashing with Prem games. So we'll see people that have matches clash in the weekend of game week 33 potentially having their games moved to the midweek of 32. So could be an unexpected double in 32, it looks like, on Dream Team.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, or is it just to keep yourself flexible, try and get some more transfers banked?
Yeah, I think banking a few transfers will always help for it, won't it? Because you just can't. We had six teams in Champions League, and you're thinking we've got a cracking chance of getting a good few through to the semi-finals and final, and it's just all gone peak tongue, hasn't it? It's not. performances haven't been great, really. I mean, we could easily be looking at just an exodus of all of them. I think you've just got to, keeping it back in your mind, maybe save a couple of transfers extra on you too, and then go from there. And really, 4 should be enough to pivot around that, I would expect. Because we're going to know this week. So you start planning from 29, international break, you've got 30, 31. So you've got enough transfers.
There's a bit of time there.
Who's going to be the one that turns it around?
I think Liverpool will come back from their 1-0. I think Arsenal will be all right. Conchk, are you confident about Newcastle?
We played well in first game, so if we play like that, I don't see why we can't win.
Very unlucky to concede that late goal, but even still, if it were the other way around, you come back to Newcastle, I'd be probably confident. But I mean, you're in it. Like you say, you played well. You've shown you can compete with them. They're not the most amazing side, Barcelona, but they've got some good players.
I think it was the lack of experience and composure what did it. Like we weren't trying to hold the ball; we were trying to just kick it to their goalie.
That's nerves.
Oh,
That's just nerves and pressure. That where all of a sudden you footballers that are usually calm, composed, whatever, for the last 5 minutes lose the ability to just control a ball and pass it around. It's weird. So weird.
We'll move on to a few of the topics. So we've taken some of your questions and grouped them together into what's the common dilemmas for people. I wasn't feeling it when people have been getting Haaland out of their teams, but this might be the week where I finally lost the faith in the big man. 3 points against West Ham, another dull performance where he doesn't have much involvement. He's never really heavily involved, but he's not even getting the shots off now, is he? Haaland.
No.
Is he a sell in your eyes at the minute?
I can see
not
why
for
people
me.
are selling.
No, I just think not for me personally. I think his ownership's still way too high, and I feel like there's better players to get rid of. I'd rather sell Semenyo over Haaland, for example.
What, player of the month, Semenyo?
Yeah, player from Semenyo. No, it's just the ownership's too high for me. I could see the appeal if he was still like 8 million, everyone was struggling for budget. But he's only 0.1 above Bruno Fernandes now or whatever. You don't really gain any budget from getting rid of him.
Yeah, that shocked me a little bit. We said before we come on, I said I had a go at selling Haaland to see what I could buy. Not very much anymore. He's dropped in price a lot. I'm so used to just ignoring his price changes because it never matters about selling him normally. 6.6, is it?
Yeah, and he could be coming down another 0.3.
So Salah 6.4. Salah could be like more than Haaland by the end of the week.
And how crap was Salah when he come on as well? Yeah, they're not quite doing it, are they? 2 big hitters. I mean, is Haaland still highest scorer on game?
I think he's got a bit of a cushion still. Yeah, he's on 348 points to Szoboszlai's 274. So there's still a pretty big gap there.
So obviously, we've got a snippet here of like from game week 20, and there's only been a couple of standout performances where you might have been hurt if you didn't captain him, but it's too far to say you could have gone without him because he is the top scorer on the game. But if you pivoted and moved early off him, I mean, you're well up on the deal, surely. But no matter who you brought in, I'd like to see Thiago from game week 20 to 28. But I bet he's up there.
You see, like that one spike of 14 points against Liverpool. I can't remember back in 23 if he was most capped or not, but Liverpool Fulham game week, 14 points and 8 points is not bad. But then before that, it was Wolves and Galatasaray, but 11 points from those two is not great.
No.
I'm considering it only because I'm looking at the future like matches, and it's like, am I going to captain him next week? We'll do captaincy in a minute, but I don't think he's in the contenders for 29 now. Carabao Cup final against Arsenal. Liverpool in 30. FA Cup.
I can't see myself captaining him for ages now. Well, at least for the next month or so. I can't imagine myself captaining him.
And if they're out, there's no doubles. Unless it's a rearranged fixture. But yeah, Chelsea in 31 away from home. Arsenal again in 32. The only one in 32 is when he's got Arsenal, is if they do go through in the FA Cup and they end up bringing a Burnley match back, it could be a double of Arsenal and Burnley.
And then he's probably going to be highly captain then.
And he'll be 4 mil by then.
Yeah.
Just looking at the stats from game week 20 to game week 28, and Haaland's like right down the bottom of points in that time. So top of the points there is João Pedro, 130 points in that time, 8 game weeks. Haaland's like down in 47th, 60 points, 70 points behind Pedro in those 8 game weeks. Gordon
where's Thiago on there?
Thiago, let's have a look.
I'm sure he's had a couple of decent hauls in that time.
Can't see him. Put it by strikers.
The thing is, like looking back at the ones who've gone past, West Ham and Forest and Leeds, you wanted him for that, but
Thiago's actually less points than Haaland. He's only got 51. This is obviously up to today because he's playing now and he scored and he scored. 51 points up to today.
Wow.
From 20 to 28.
So he's been a troll as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Gyökeres, 85, second highest striker. Not much difference, but.
So you thinking in City players in general? Then would you rather get rid of Semenyo? And Ocon's just said that, or for this cup final, a lot of teams are going to have a lot of Arsenal versus a lot of City. Do you want your 3 Arsenal defenders versus your Semenyo and your Haaland, or are you just going to take it?
Well, I think I'm going to get rid of some City attackers because I don't want them attacking my defence, like you said. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of my Arsenal defenders. It's just process of elimination. I think City might get knocked out at Champions League. Arsenal, I think they'll stay in. I can see myself getting rid of at least Semenyo and maybe Aït-Nouri next week, and move on to, I don't know, I might put a potential captaincy option in, and we'll come to that later, won't we?
You've got to be selling it, you Tony.
I've thought about it, but then I'm hoping everyone else doesn't. He's one of them. Like I watch it. I watch more City games, and I just don't think they play to his strengths. I don't. I know he scored so many goals for him, but I still don't think they play to his strengths. I never have. And when you go through these quiet spots, it must be so frustrating for him because he's not really involved in the game. He's literally going 90 minutes or 80 minutes. He's having like 5 or 6 touches of the ball. I mean, I could be honest with that. If I were a football player, you want to be involved, don't you? And then when you see City play with Marmoush on the pitch and that movement up top, and I'm not saying Haaland hasn't got the movement, but it just with the way Doku plays, you'd have expected Haaland to be on the end of more of these crosses. And they go into some really good areas. I think it was against Real Madrid for the first 15 minutes. He ripped to a new one, and he's got to be on the end of him. And you can only blame it so long. And obviously, Pep's come out and said that he's not quite fully fitness, so he's struggling to get up and down the pitch, or he's struggling for them darting runs into. Well, he should be on pitch then. Sorry, because everybody else is doing their bit, kind of thing, and trying to create something. And if you're not going to striker up there to put him in, I just don't think he should be on the pitch if he's not fully fit.
Maybe that international break after the cup final will do him a bit of good, and then it's on to Liverpool, which we're saying is a hard fixture, but that was his last highest scoring game.
Yeah, well, Liverpool, they're struggling as well. The heat's been took off them a little bit over the last few months, but they've never looked great, have they? Whenever we've watched them, they always look lacking on that right-hand side because Salah's just not the player he was. And it's shown against Spurs. Whether that's the manager's fault or that's the players who haven't been great all season. Anyway, there's only Szoboszlai really turned up. He's been brilliant for them this year. I think it's a game Haaland needs that. I really do. I think he could.
A bit more open.
I think he could do a bit of damage, especially after an international break. I don't know where is he going away on internationals? Is he?
Well, I think he would normally, but I wonder if we might see a few Arsenal and City international break injuries. We're not seeing many of them, have we? But this is crunch time now.
Yeah, it's strange times for Liverpool and City, if I'm honest. They both, like, City started to look like they were back to the way they could play, then they just hit a complete stumbling block, and Arsenal managed to get these couple of wins. I mean, it's not changed much, to be fair, because they still, if they beat Arsenal, win the game in hand, it's still only a 1 game difference. If you know what I mean, it's only one defeat then away from being on level points. So it's not changed too much. They're still in. They're still in it.
They look like going on one of them runs.
No, they don't. Pep's got to sort that out. Liverpool, I mean, I don't know what Liverpool fans think, but Slot.
We know what Jambo thinks. Slot out, isn't it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, for the first time, right? So I wonder whether that's a consensus of most Liverpool fans now, because Jambo's quite loyal. So
enough is enough. Right, and another question that come up in quite a few is what do we do with Urian Timber? Obviously went down yelling, didn't he, Timber, in that game? Holding his groin in one bit, and I can't remember what the other injury. He basically had 2 injuries in one game.
Yeah.
It looked like.
Yeah.
Arteta said he's ruled him out of Leverkusen, but I don't want to start planning too far ahead, because you just know that he'll wheel him out for Leverkusen. Now it's a knockout game. You don't know what he's got up his sleeve, but what's your gut feeling on this one? He did say it should only be a matter of days, but he's ruled him out of Leverkusen, and we'll wait and see for the final against Man City.
I feel like you should hold him because even if he misses a weekend, which I think he'll be back for it if it's only a few days, if he's telling truth, it's international break, isn't it, after? So you'd have thought if it's only a matter of days, and Arteta could be telling Parkers, he should at least be back after international break, and then you're gonna want him, aren't you? Because everyone's got Arsenal defenders, and he's like the best one.
You'd imagine if he was genuinely injured, and then let's just say he misses the final and then he's back after the international break, you'd imagine he wouldn't play Southampton in the FA Cup. That would probably be a Ben White or Mascara job, but it would be probably Bodo Glimt away from home.
Yeah, exactly. So you at least get 1 game from him.
How come Ben White didn't come on for Timber?
I just think he's not anywhere near full fitness. It was a while ago. This was the Leverkusen first leg was the first time he's been on the bench in a little while, and he just keeps coming back, getting injured, training, getting injured, and I just think Mosquera's just more match fit. He filled in for Saliba recently. He's been playing the FA Cup, so I just think he's trusted the guy that's match fit rather than Ben White. So yeah, I think Mosquera will be the one that probably starts at right back if he doesn't play. But I don't know. I don't think you'd make that switch to Mosquera, to be honest with you, especially because it's City. It's not worth it.
Not
for
even
that
from
game.
Kangvo. Kangvo to Mosquera.
Well, you see, Canvo, I've got highest scoring defenders up on the screen here over the last 4 game weeks. First is Mitchell, second is Richards, and third is Canvo. Virgil van Dijk, even though he cost 5 million, not 2.3 million, is actually 4th on this list. I think the Virgil switch is quite nice. I think if I was going to swap Timber, I would. If I was going to swap Timber and I wasn't broke, I would. I'd go for a Liverpool defender. I think for the Brighton game, and then it's City straight after it, and then possibly PSG. I think that's where I'd go, possibly onto Liverpool.
I quite fancy Lewis Hall back if we beat Barcelona.
But yeah, it's got to be if you beat Barcelona, hasn't it? Because obviously Sunderland's okay, but then you'll blank if you don't win that game. So
we do need to beat Barcelona to get Hall back.
Gusto for me, I think.
That was the first fault I thought, Gusto, and then I wondered why he went off at half-time at the weekend. But apparently it's illness, and he'll miss out on the PSG game, apparently through illness. So then you're in the same boat, aren't you? Is he going to play? You're then wondering on fitness again, which is not ideal. If Aston Villa go through in Europe, would you maybe consider, I know they're not looking good, but would you consider Conchk maybe for West Ham at home? And then if they've got a Europa League game in game at 30?
I think Matty Cash is due back, isn't he? Because
he didn't play, did he,
at the weekend? Main one. Yeah, he didn't play at the weekend, but I swear I saw something on Twitter that he's nearing a return. And with international break and all of that, he just spaces it out a bit. You'd have thought that if he's near for last week and he's going to be back for future weeks. I like Cash. He's quality when he plays.
We'll have to wait and see him midweek, but just Gusto, Cash. I feel like you can't take out a Timber maybe fit for a Cash maybe fit or a Gusto maybe fit. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise it's Forest if they can turn it around in midweek. Forest have got Spurs, which isn't the worst, and then if they still get through, they'll have a European game. But scraping the barrel, I think.
Nico Williams, legend.
What about someone that's not on that list? Saliba. Nailed in the Arsenal back line, isn't he? I know he's not the best for point scoring, but if Arsenal go through, they're going to have potentially have a lot more games than other teams. So he should get more games than, all the players that have gone out of Europe.
Yeah, if we keep a clean sheet against Leverkusen as well, he'll probably rise while Timber will fall because he didn't play the full 60, and then whenever you get a free transfer, you can swap it back to Timber, can't you, later on if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
I don't mind that, but it's just obviously you're bringing him in for City.
Yeah,
in the cup final.
I've had my eye on Calafiori for a few weeks because of his price, really cheap, 2.9 million.
Yeah,
but he's just started. He didn't start Leverkusen. He didn't play, did he? And then he played at the weekend. Started at the weekend. So Nkapie there, isn't he?
Nkapie has been doing well, though, hasn't he?
I think Nkapie's first choice. personally. I think Conchk will play tomorrow and the final.
Yeah.
But then if
Yeah.
you did, you could get Southampton out of Calafiori, but tough one. Should we go captaincy? Surely a week to go different.
How many slides are you putting Gordon on?
What's that?
I've fed up for seeing his face.
Who, Gordon?
Yeah.
You capping him this week?
He's not coming anywhere near my team. Look at his smug face. He looks like he's looking at me.
You'll be throwing a dart at your computer.
Yeah, his screen.
Go on, Tony. Where are you looking first with the armband?
I think, now he's in my side, I think I'm going to give it Palmer. I think they've got, they're going on to like a must-win game really now. Rosinia's out of his depth. Respect the ball, and I've heard all that. Honestly. I'm sorry, I said it when they first signed him. He's out of his depth. He is. How he's wangled that job, I don't know, but I think they've got some really good players. It's not an easy game against Everton, as Arsenal found out. They are quite a tough team, a decent side, but on penalties, they need to win. Obviously, I don't think we're going to go anywhere near the Arsenal City game. It's a lottery. I've got bloody 8 players from both of them at the minute. I wouldn't touch Liverpool, can't trust them. Soboslai's possibly safe, but yeah, I've got to go out there a little bit with Palmer.
Just on Palmer for like the people that haven't got him already. Say you was to bring him in and they we're guessing they go out to PSG. I think that's quite realistic. They would have a Port Vale FA Cup single.
Yeah.
After that, straight after an international break as well. They've obviously fully rotated for most of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
If it's an FA Cup single after an international break, do they go strong? Is that home?
Have to.
Or do they say have an extended international break?
I always say this every time. What would their season look like at the end? Obviously, your seasons are built when you're a team like Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, United. All the top sides are built are judged off what they win by the end of the season. And that's why Arteta gets so much stick. It's not because he's doing a bad job there. It's because at the end of the season, if there's no trophies, then you're not doing a great job. If Chelsea go out the Champions League, I mean, they might even fail to beat Everton, and then they really are struggling then in the top 4 battle as well. Why not just put your best players out, demolish Port Vale, get to a semi-final, and the potential one more game then to get to a final and end your season on a high? It'd be very strange, I think, if they went weak, completely weak. I just, like you say, they'd have refreshed players. You want to get them back into the match rhythm. I think you've got to play your full team.
Conchk, where are you looking with the armband?
I can't see it. I might get a dart in my face. Well, if I'm going for a player in my team, the best player on paper is Gordon. But I don't think I'm going to go for Gordon.
Red card.
I feel like I'm more likely to transfer someone in and captain, and I've got my eyes on a few. Bruno Fernandes is up there for me. He's not on the captaincy.
Yep. Don't mind that.
Mr. Consistent. He prints points. He's lovely to have in either a single or a Prem double. We always look at him for them. And I like Bowen as a rogue shout. And Rodgers and Morgan Gibbs-White have got nice fixtures. And the types of players where you could possibly keep them for a bit longer because they've got nicer fixtures. And they might stay in Europe as well.
It's going to be split. It's going to be a split week. What are you thinking, Ben?
Tough, innit? Very tough week. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I do like the Palmer shout. I like the Gordon shout. I like the Bruno Fernandes shout. Pedro could be decent as well. Could you double down on the Liverpool players and back them? I bet if they have a good result midweek, potentially
bring the percentage up.
That'd probably be where to go for a differential, won't it? Because you know what people like. If Salah has another blank and Ekatike has another blank, no one will want to go there again. And it's not a bad fixture, is it, Brighton? Salah got a goal and assist in the last time.
I think there's goals in that game, isn't there?
Definitely.
Liverpool Brighton.
That could be where the differential is, and it's not a bad shout. I'm liking the Bruno or Palmer. Palmer had Everton were one of the teams he got his 4 goals against, wasn't it? It wasn't last season; it was the season before that. We are looking away back at that, but he did score against Everton this season as well. I think it will come down to, for me as well, it's like I think I can only have one of Bruno and Palmer. Because I'm probably not going to sell Gordon, Szoboszlai or Saka. Who do you think is the better transfer in out of the two?
Don't you fancy taking out Haaland and getting both?
Well, I'd have to drop Haaland back one and then switch Semenyo, I guess, would be the...
Yeah.
But then I'd be blowing my 4 transfers in one hit, I think. Then with Timber, Campo, Semenyo, Haaland.
Yeah, it beats the objective of it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, be careful. If you've only got 2 transfers, bringing Gordon in or Bruno, like, you're going to have to transfer them out again next week because Gordon potentially won't go through in Europe. I'm not saying they're not going through, but they've got to go to Barcelona, which would probably suit them on the counter.
Yeah.
Newcastle, but Man United definitely got a blank in game at 30, so just be careful. This is the reason why I started collecting the transfers in for when all the fixtures start swinging about, when teams start getting knocked out of Europe in the cups. You can just pile in, and then people are behind you then, and they can't catch up because they've used on these 1 week punts.
That is one of the temptations, though. If you are someone that's, like, I was going to do it a bit later, but like, if you have managed to roll transfers now, could this be the time to almost capitalize on it? Because say you've got my team, but people probably haven't got Cambo, but if people have got Timber and Munoz, or if they've got Timber and Palace defender, or if they've got Timber and Villa defender, someone that's like going to blank. Oh no, Villa don't blank next week, but yeah, just say Palace. They're going to have to make 2 defensive moves with their transfers. And then you've got the extra transfer to do the Bruno in and out, or the Bowen in and out.
It's a bit crap because it's a single.
Yeah. So interesting. We'll save that debate, but let us know in the comments. You guys are going with the captaincy. Differential of the week. We'll start with you, Ben, as Tony's dropped out.
Yeah. I've gone for Harry Wilson. I think it could even be a good captaincy this week, Harry Wilson. Burnley at home. He's just come back from injury, hasn't he? And he's been on fire, and he's been one of the players of the season. So, yeah, I think it's a good 1 week punt.
89 minutes, so it must be fine now.
Yeah, and they blank next. They blank in game week 30 as well, so it's like a straight 1 in and straight out. So yeah, it's one of them ones where you have extra transfers. I wouldn't do it if I had to.
What about you, Con? I think you've shown your hand already.
Yeah, mine will be the captain. and Bruno Fernandes, 7.8 points a game average, and last 3 average of 12 a game. That's insane. Miles better than like a Haaland of recent. He's on pens. You know he's going to start. I think it's a good game for goals. I just think he's a really, really strong captaincy option, because even on like a bad game, I'd still expect him to get, 5 or 6 points, even if he don't get a goal or assist. Yeah, you have to take him out the week after. But I'm in like personally in a luxury position where I've got 5 transfers, so I could use 2, and I still end up having 5 week after.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a decent pick. He's on for the assist record as well, isn't he? He's got 17 all comps, but yeah, ridiculous. 17 assists, 7 goals, and he loves a pen. My differential of the week, I chose this man, Matthias Cunha, for 2 reasons. A, because Bruno Fernandes was already taken. And B, because I thought Tony would pick him, so I blocked him off. Obviously, now goal at the weekend. He's had quite good scores for the last 3 game weeks, actually. Only 6 points against Newcastle, but that was free bonus. He hasn't hit bonus like he was at Wolves, has he, at all? 25 for the season, but 23 for the season, but still relatively solid. 90 mins most games. Got an assist against Palace in the 3rd game. So yeah, two returns in his last 3 matches, getting good minutes, looking decent. But yeah, I prefer Bruno Fernandes, if I'm honest with you. You've got one though, Tony, who's served you well in the past.
It's been an absolute nightmare for me in the past, but I do believe he's got the potential to have a good week. Nice fixture against Burnley. Penalties. Decent goal scorer. I think there'll be goals in the game. Burnley now really are struggling. They've got to win games. It's a case of they've got to go attacking to try and pick up these points. And I just think it's going to leave gaps. Fulham a really good side. Harry Wilson, obviously, another option. I think he scored against them at reverse fixture. I think that finished 3-2. I think Fulham beat them 3-2. So I think there'll be goals. And if there's goals, you want to be on the penalty taker and the main man, the striker. So yeah, Jimenez, I think he could do decent. It's unfortunate he blanks the week after, but you got plenty of transfers. Why not throw him in for 1?
Nice varied one this week. Who would have thought Fulham players will be in there? All right. transfer faults and strategy. So obviously we've talked a bit about having extra transfers in hand.
It's like Bonnie Blue. He's in middle, get ready to get mauled.
Never heard of her. Who's that? Espley asked, could most of the teams going out in Europe be a blessing in disguise, less rotation, etc.? Or do we then target teams like Villa or Palace if they're still in Europe? Have you thought about, obviously we're just guessing now because we don't know who's going to go through, we'll know by the end of the week, but say the bulk of teams do go out, will you start lumping in on the only teams that are left for Europe, or are you going to maybe start keeping a Bruno Fernandes in your team, a Bowen in your team, perhaps?
I think you're more likely to, aren't you? Because obviously once the fixtures even out, and yeah, we can't end up with bloody teams that are just full of Palace, Villa, and Forest players, can we? I don't think that's going to happen. But it definitely, if all these Champions League teams go out, it definitely opens the door then to, you know, why would you not have a Bruno, but you'd have a Cherky? You know what I mean? I think it will definitely see the ownership percentage of some of these players rise massively, especially like the likes of Bruno.
Yeah, I think especially if like you can't load your team up with full Arsenal, for example. Like the defense, okay, looks good, but there's enough question marks over the striker position. We've mentioned Eze every week. Like you'd have to say like a Bruno or Bowen would be a better route than
Definitely.
that. So yeah, I think it might open the pool up again with a few going out. Any thoughts to add?
It could be the return of Declan Rice, couldn't it? I'd be eyeing him up if he's on doubles.
Yeah, could be. He only does well when I sell him though, normally.
Well, I'll buy him and you stay away.
Ben? Oh, mute.
Yeah.
That bastard
You
mute
thought
button.
about when you're going to use your hundreds of transfers or where you might get the swing?
Well, yeah, looking at the fixture ticker, like Arsenal potentially could have 17 games still to play, and then Man United can only play 8 games. So, like you say, Declan Rice could have 17 games to Bruno Fernandes' 8. So, obviously, there will be players that won't play all those games. But if you can nail down the ones that play the majority of games, you can make a lot of gains on the fixtures there.
Both sides of the coin there. I think we're going to have to wait and see how this draw comes out. But yeah, I think, especially with Arsenal's path as well in Champions League. But again, we might not even get through.
It'll be hard not to go Arsenal heavy if I get through.
And final thoughts. What do you reckon in this huddle?
I've had my say.
Who's in the wrong here?
I think it's pathetic. Honestly. My players wanted to show respect to the ball. And the referee knew we were going to do that. Why is he stood it where? Oh, God.
He's respecting the ball as well. Why can't the ref? They're respecting the ref and the ball at the same time now.
That's it. It was like some sort of, like, I don't know, initiation ceremony.
Right.
It didn't work, did it?
Yeah, well, it's true.
Let's do some leagues. Dream Team Tonic.
No.
You're going to dip off now, are you? Dream Team Tonic Cash League. In third, D. Sherwood. In second, Andrew Ferguson. And in first, the Wanderers, H. Jones is still up there, but it's only a 5-point gap on Fergie at the minute. Closing in. Getting tight at the top. Tonic members only. Tony, you want to take that one?
Yep, in third, C. Stone. In second, G. Walker. And at top of the shop, D. Sherwood.
Conchk, you see the second chance there?
Yep. Third is J. Bennett. Second, G. Walker. And top of the shop, number 1, C. Hall.
And then tag team, Ben.
Yep. M. Burns and B. James in third. J. Jones and C. Deegan in second. And first, G. Dully and S. Williams.
Oh, they've been knocked off the perch. Deegan's gone early.
Shit.
It's getting tight on that
I'm
one.
telling you, it's a curse. It is a curse.
Even Mr. Burns and B. James not far off either, are they? Second.
I'm Wade and Reeve in fourth.
The big gap.
What about
is,
fifth?
Yeah, we've got a bit of a gap there, haven't we?
It will take, if you two stop going template, then
Scott's copying my moves every week.
it's you two in your bloody little group chat between yourselves.
Right. Let's shut him up. Tony, do you want to get the lowest scores out the doors up?
Not this week.
Robert, is Tony Is Tony about to burst?
Yeah, honestly, it's this heating, mate. Because she's out there, she's probably like bumping it up to 27 degrees, 28 degrees. I'm going red again, aren't I?
You sure it's not embarrassment that?
No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, so right, we'll score out the door.
Oh, he's took himself out the door.
I'm back. Go on then. Got to take my medicine. I've laughed at enough of you all year. Right, we'll score out the door. I have actually got it ready. So last week was the last week of eliminations.
Perfect.
Unbelievable. So where are we? Game week 27. I played max cap. And just like my goal boost, it flopped. Conchk, you were just lucky that I was so shit last week.
I can't agree more.
But you can't eliminate yourself.
Can you hear
As
me?
he froze.
Can you hear me?
You're doing everything you can here, aren't you?
I thought you were faking it then, so you didn't have to delete him. So.
No, can you hear me? Am I back?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Right, so anyway, basically, long story short, I was shit. The other 10 people weren't as shit. It was a shit week. But I can't kick myself out. So, I mean, I don't know how you're going to do this, Scott. I don't know what you got lined up for me.
Shall I just hit you with it?
Look, I'm clicking.
All right. We've booted you. You've been booted. We've got a message for you from Gordon.
Congratulations for being shit. Well done for being shit, and well done for being shit. What was going on there? Where was the teamwork? Where was the spirit? Where was the communication? And what the fuck was going on?
Love that. Love that.
Cheerio.
Yeah, cheers, Gordon.
Well,
But yeah, so I'm out. So even when my name starts to climb back up the league, don't worry, I'm not involved in any prizes. And that's it. That is the last one. I have been tempted by doing another till the end of the season, just so we can keep up with the booting out. The Golden Boot League. Yeah. We'll discuss it anyway afterwards.
All right,
but
we've
yeah,
got a few days to figure it out.
Yeah, but like I say, it is a fun part. I just never wanted to be part of the eviction process.
Cool. Well, yeah, maybe we can figure something out, even if it's just a small prize or something we put together for the patrons.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
Righty. Well, we'll have a deadline stream on Friday. Another bloody Friday deadline.
Yeah, it should be about for that, I think.
6:30 p.m. So we'll have a live stream on at 5:30 till 6:30. The lineup to be confirmed, and we'll have the results in Europe as well by that point. So exciting times. If you've enjoyed the episode, do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on the way. How many are we at now? We're on the route to 3,000 subs. We're on 2,937. Come on, help us reach that 3K. There's got to be some of you out there listening who've been listening every week. You're top of your mini leagues, and you still haven't hit that subscribe button. So,
shocking.
Come on, help us out. It's completely free. It gets us to a nice round number. It doesn't really mean anything, but it means the world. So that'll do, and we'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Cheers for tuning in.
Yeah, cheers everybody. Cheers to Tony for letting me stay in the lowest score league. I'm top three. I might actually get some money in that league.
Bye all.
Cheers everyone.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.